Yes, I just got back from a run, and I don't even know how much I did yet. I actually fell in the grass and dropped my phone. My phone became open and had to be restarted, so it didn't. It stopped, but it was recording, and I didn't even realize it. So I went probably well over 3 miles. Maybe I've been even 4 or more, a little bit longer than I normally do, and that's just because I had energy and time. And I'm feeling really good. I ate a lot of fruit today. Actually, up until now, I've been completely raw. I'm calling it RAD. Yeah, raw all day. So I'm RAD today, and I hope you are too. Yeah. I do feel awesome. I can't say if I feel better or worse. And I kind of decided I was just going to make my mind to it. I kind of woke up today and was like, why am I doing all this wishy-washy? Let's see what happens. And I know when I talk, I'm always contradicting myself because I try different things. I go back and forth. I'll learn new things about myself and have to go back and relearn them again. So I jump around a lot, and I realize that. But I'm just throwing around ideas. But going, I'm always going to listen to my body. Like if I really feel like I need a cooked meal or something, I'm going to. But at this point in time, I feel more like I'm eating it out of habit, out of the fact that I'm already cooking it, out of the fact that I'm making it. I'm feeling like summer solstice is right around the corner. I mean, I just went for a run and it was still light outside at 9:45 at night. I could see my run through the park perfectly. It was freaking amazing, and I love it. So, yeah, I'm thinking that with the longer days, and just needing to stay hydrated in the sun and have lots of energy, my body just hate, that sluggish feeling. I feel like, um, that's a little bit worse when I eat the cooked foods. I feel like I feel it more, maybe, and it's just more perfect time to eat, fruit, and it's feeling so good and it's sounding so great. So I'm kind of telling myself to do it, but it's kind of also just timing. And like I said, if I have a huge craving for some food, I'm going to eat it. I have no like willpower. I don't care about willpower. If my body wants it, it's going to get it. But I'm also having success just saying, we're going to do this. And so that's why like I'm going on like a fruit fast or like a fruit cleanse, and I want to do it for a while because my birthday is coming up this week. So I wouldn't mind looking great whatever I do. I don't even know if I'm doing anything right now, but I wouldn't mind looking great on my birthday. And then of course the next week after that is my 6 months on a vegan lifestyle. So I want to look great for that as well. Um, so I'm just kind of trying it out, and I think I've done maybe like 2 days raw up until this point. Even when I tried Banana Island, I think it was my second day raw. I did 1 day raw in the very beginning, 1 day raw at Banana Island. Felt great. I think lost a pound or so in that 1 day. And even on my run today, like I feel amazing. Um, I love it. So to see how long I can do the fruit for the week. Like I said, if I feel like eating something else, I'm going to. I'm trying not to just like give in to the lunch foods like I usually do. Like today, I really wanted to eat some beans. I was feeding the kids beans, and I didn't. I didn't even have one because I knew if I had one, then I'd have more, and yada yada yada. So, hope you guys are doing well. Also, I want to definitely start getting into some beginner videos for the people who are contacting me asking about that. It is coming. I promise it's going to take some prep work. Normally when I do videos, I just yap, and now I actually want to like maybe plan out a little bit about what I'm going to say and brainstorm a little bit. So that is coming really, really soon. And the only other thing I want to talk about today is, okay, so the other thing I want to talk about just real quick, I've been having like, I think there's something in the stars with this full moon and then everything right now. Feeling a lot of discussion going around and a lot of people learning new things, and a lot of people maybe should be hopefully getting shaken out of some of their old paradigms of thinking. When things happen in our lives, it's always good to take a look at them and see what they're teaching us and make sure that you are getting the lesson. And the bigger the things that happen, the harder, of a look that you need to change, and the more things about your life that you need to change. So, I always say if you're not, getting better, then undoubtedly you're getting worse. I forget who said that, but it's a quote of mine that I do have, whoever said it on my Facebook page. So anyway, just want to talk about a little bit here about people, their knowledge, and even supposed people who know what they're talking about, Now I'm David and Goliath on everything, and I go up against everybody. And last week it was vaccines, and now we're going to talk about just a little bit of rant about diabetes. Even people who I've, talked to who are very smart, very open-minded, somewhat open-minded at least. I can't say very, but somewhat open-minded, and that they know a lot, and I can give them, sources and say, hey, look at this, like diabetes is not a sugar problem, if fruit is not worse than meat and cheese for diabetes, then why is everybody focused on fruit? Why? If people are living off of, a raw food diet, not only curing diabetes type 2, but also some people actually curing diabetes type 1. Just saw that on Raw for Beauty's page on Facebook. Um, yeah. So not just, and I've seen video footage on YouTube of a lot of people talking about um, tons of people curing type 2 diabetes, and it's more rare that people are actually controlling their type 1 diabetes with a raw food diet, but there are people out there successfully doing it, and it's pretty amazing that people say, oh no, like we were talking to my mother, I was talking to my mother and, telling her she should eat fruit, she's having weight loss plateaus, and, they're telling her all these different things, and she does Weight Watchers and talks and this and that, and now she's telling me she's eating a low-fat diet, and she's eating 33%. I'm trying to tell her that's not a low-fat diet, that's actually average for this country, and low-fat diet is at least 20%. And I told her I'm doing, and she says she's going to draconian lows, and I'm like, well, I hope you're not talking draconian lows with your calories. Like, I'm trying to get a dialogue with her. We talk nutrition all the time, and we've talked a little bit less since I've gone on this lifestyle. I think she makes assumptions and doesn't really think I have anything worth saying, perhaps, so we just don't really talk about it. Obviously, that's the case because she doesn't want to listen to my opinion about it, and of course, make room for any of the sources that I have backing me up. But I've said it before on my channel, and I'm going to just say it again. Diabetes is not caused by sugar. It is not caused by fruit. Now, I'm not going to say all the other things that are in your sugary crackers, sugary cakes, sugary breads, and sugary pies, and sugary fruit snacks, and all that stuff. I'm not going to say that all of the other things in there are bad. I'm not going to say that your GMO sugar is good. I think I might have said that wrong, but I hope my point is coming across here. Like, I'm not going to say that GMO sugar is good. I'm not going to say that any of the other stuff and the fillers and artificial preservatives and GMOs and high fructose corn syrup, GMO. So you have GMO cane sugar, you have GMO corn in the same product, plus numerous other products that are made from GMO corn, and it's all in the same product. Now that stuff, yeah, it's going to make you sick, but that's not really what I'm talking about. Of course, we're talking about the fruit sugars. The fructose turns into glucose for your cells, and this is good. And even my mother, at a pre-diabetic, I can't tell her normally, so I'm going to tell you right now, Mom, you need to just eat more fruit, eat less fat, stop eating all those animal products, put down the Greek yogurt. It's not happening. And that's the thing with these low carb diets. You lose water weight, you lose weight, but you don't keep it off, and you don't keep it off long term, and you don't lose all of the weight. You lose a little bit of weight at the beginning of what you want to do. The people who get the last pounds off, the last 10 pounds off, this is the vegans that cut all that crap out. And it's not even about the crap anymore. It's not even about the animals. It's about all the other disgusting stuff that is in this world, is in those animals. So it's multiplied. It's just basic stuff here. I mean, everybody knows about the food chain. Everybody knows about pollution in the fat cells. There's no way to say that in this day and age, with all the oil spills, Fukushima, all sorts of stuff going on, plastics everywhere, there's antibiotics in the water. It's all floating around, and it's all in every creature that you guys are consuming, and every creature that I may be inadvertently consuming. But anyway, my point is that when you eat, I've done other videos about this, but I'm just going to revisit it very, very quickly. When you eat fat, the sugar gets taken by the insulin to the cell, to the receptor sites. It goes through the walls. If the sugar is too high, yes, you have problems, but you know why the sugars are getting too high? It's not because of your good organic fruit sugar. Let me tell you that. It could be because all the other stuff in there, and it's definitely because of the fat, because fat is not just in there blocking things up. It's actually coating the cell. It's coating the sugar. It's coating the insulin. It's coating the insulin receptor sites and the cell walls that it has to move through. Okay, look this up, please. Look, it's in 80-10-10. It's in Diabetes Care. This is how it works, people. This is not just me rambling. You know, this is Dr. Doug Graham. He's 60, 70 probably. He looks great. Looks like he's 40, very athletic. This is real stuff, real science. People tend to, Anyway, don't get me on a ramble again. I just want to say that if you know anybody with diabetes, you have diabetes, you ever think you will get diabetes, please don't be afraid of fruit sugars. Yes, you might want to watch eating fruits so close to eating your fats if you are not a vegan yet. You might have some tummy upsets if you're eating a bunch of fat, and then you want to look at food combining, because if you eat, say, watermelon, and then a little bit later eat a bunch of fat, you're going to have some major stomach issues. The watermelon's fine before, but let's say you eat a hamburger and then you go try to have some watermelon for dessert, like, it's going to not be so well for your digestion issues. And you may not even notice it. I know I did a lot of that stuff and didn't even notice it. I mean, you just eat a lot, pile it in there, and don't even pay attention. Who knows what's the actual culprit? But whenever you pare it down, whenever you eat more natural, more, down to nature, then you can tell how food affects your body a lot better. And I can feel when I have a lot of fat in my system. Fat is really hard on your system to have excess. It really causes a lot of issues. I mean, the main reason why people have diabetes and strokes is because this is happening. And whenever you have an excess, that insulin can't work hard enough to get it all out. So what are you going to do? So just look into it yourselves. I know you're not going to take my word for it. You couldn't take my word for it, but you should look into it. Like I said, Diabetes Care talks about how, you eat whole, like 2 cups of pasta is not as bad for your insulin levels and everything as 1 single piece of cheese. And nobody eats a single piece of cheese. We're having 2, on a grilled cheese at the very least. Normally we're having 2 slices on our 2 patties on our big ass burger that we're having. Plus fries, and there's your starch and some more fat on top of that. And the thing is, the fat doesn't go away. The fat, when you overeat on fat, it stays in your system for up to and over 24 hours. So everything, your insulin is having problems. You're getting high blood sugar for that long of a time, and then by then you're probably eating another high fat meal. And I just want to warn you that even if you don't feel it yet, even if you don't know, like, this is what's happening for your body. So, just try. If you have issues with like joints aching and things in your body that just aren't going that well, don't feel like, oh, this is my old aching body, like I just can't, this is how I've always been, or this is how, because people change a lot of things, people heal in miraculous ways, and you can do it. And don't think that you have to be stuck with the body that being a meat eater has given you, because you are what you eat. So eat life, eat abundance, eat fruit, eat a lot, stay carved up so that we can be calm and peaceful and happy and energetic, so we can take care of those around us and also take care of ourselves. Speaking of, I'm going to go hit the showers. I hope you guys have a great night, great day, whatever. Stop by again and see me real soon. Stop by on Instagram. I've been posting there a lot lately. Lots of foodie tips. So take care, y'all. Bye.